Antarctica, a land of silence, ice, and secrets. To most, it's just a white void at the bottom of our maps. But what if I told you that there are parts of this continent that are more strictly guarded than Area 51? Areas where GPS signals vanish, and where the world's superpowers have spent billions on projects the public was never supposed to see. Today, we are crossing the line. We are exploring the forbidden geography of the Ross Ice Shelf and the mega engineering marvels hidden beneath the ice. Why is the world so afraid of what lies down there? Let's find out. Antarctica is a stage where nature and secrecy collide. And when systems fail here, there are places you do not want to be. Welcome to the edge of the map. Stay with me. To understand the mystery, we first have to look at the map. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty was signed. It's a unique piece of international law. No one owns Antarctica, yet everyone is watching it. But look closer at the Ross Ice Shelf, an area the size of France, but made entirely of floating ice. It is the gateway to the deep south. Navigating here is a nightmare, not just because of the cold, but because of the no-fly zones. Why does a land with no residents need no-fly zones? Some say it's environmental protection. Others point to magnetic anomalies that scramble modern navigation systems. Scientists working at McMurdo Station, the largest engineering marvel on the continent, often report whiteouts that aren't caused by snow, but by electronic interference. McMurdo runs like an airport, power plant, and seaport fused together, feeding the entire continent. From here, thousands of tons of cargo move over sea ice and snow, fuel, food, science modules. Every gram planned months in advance. It's a town of specialists, from heavy equipment operators to cryo engineers. Power comes from diesel gensets and heat recovery systems, monitored around the clock. Flights, weather windows, and runway grooming are choreographed down to minutes. The port opens for a brief summer. One ship can reset the station's entire year. And when the winds bring a white wall, even the best gear can go blind. Yet the work never stops. Ice cores logged by the centimeter, volcanic ash layers dated, microbiology in -20 freezers. The lines from McMurdo stretch like veins to remote hearts of research. And along the edges, you find the warnings, zones you do not enter without permission. On a continent with no residents, the air is still regulated, guarded by protocols. And some say, by secrets. Which brings us to what lies beneath. Time to go under the ice and see the mega projects most people never hear about. The engineering of survival. Ready? Survival here isn't just about coats and heaters. It's about some of the most advanced engineering in human history. Take the South Pole Wall. It's not a physical wall, but a logistical one. Building the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station required flying every single bolt and beam on C-130 Hercules aircraft equipped with skis. The runway itself is man-made snow over an ocean of ice, maintained daily so planes don't sink or drift off course. Heat scavenged from power generation keeps labs warm and water liquid in a place that wants to freeze everything solid. But the real mega projects are invisible. Deep under the ice, humans have built the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory. They used hot water drills to melt holes 2.5 kilometers deep into the ice to look for particles from the edge of the universe. It's a telescope buried in a glacier. But why here? Because the ice acts as a perfect silent shield. Above the noise of cosmic rays, the signals whisper through the dark. However, rumors persist of other deep drilling projects, ones that aren't looking for particles, but for what lies in the liquid lakes trapped for millions of years. Beneath East Antarctica alone, more than 400 subglacial lakes form a hidden hydrologic web. Lake Vostok, 2.5 miles beneath the surface, was breached after decades of effort. Engineers devised sterile pathways to avoid contaminating a lake sealed off since before humans walked the Earth. And in 2026, researchers reported ancient DNA fragments, signals of life that once touched those waters or the ice above. Whether contamination or revelation, the data lit a fire under the mystery. Reaching these sites means hauling fuel and gear over thousands of kilometers at walking speed. Every calorie in BTU is budgeted like gold. Ground-penetrating radar scouts crevasse fields where a wrong step swallows machines whole. Weather is the tyrant. Missions hinge on 12-hour micro-windows between storms. Hybrid power keeps sensors alive where diesel can't reach. These mega-projects run on people who live months without night or without day. They work in a cathedral of sky and ice, listening for whispers from the universe. If something goes wrong, help is a continent away. And sometimes, the whiteouts are not just weather. Call it interference. Call it something else. Down here, you learn to keep moving. Because beneath the Ross ice shelf, the story gets stranger. Let's go below. Follow the pings. Into the dark. The Ross ice shelf is moving. It's a living, breathing giant. And recently, robotic submersibles sent into the dark waters beneath the shelf found something impossible. Life. In total darkness, in temperatures below freezing, an entire ecosystem exists that defies our understanding of biology. Chemistry, not sunlight, writes the rules down here. Each frame upends what textbooks told us. But there's a darker side to this geography. Satellite imagery has frequently captured perfect rectangles and massive structures protruding from the ice after major storms. While geologists call them sastrugi or natural formations, the speed at which these images are scrubbed from public servers like Google Earth fuels the fire of global mystery. What is the forbidden map hiding? Is it ancient history or the future of military technology? In the late 1940s, Operation High Jump sent a massive U.S. Navy task force to Antarctica. Officially, it was about training and science. Unofficially, the mission's scale still invites speculation. From early expeditions to today's sensor webs, Antarctica has always doubled as a proving ground. Maybe the rectangles are just tricks of wind and light. Maybe the blacked-out tiles are routine data management. But if Antarctica teaches anything, it's that the unknown is bigger than we think. And sometimes, it looks back. The Ross mystery remains unsolved. But our story doesn't end here. It widens, like the sky, and calls us back. Antarctica remains the final frontier, a mix of incredible human engineering and geography that refuses to be tamed. Whether it's a secret base or just the most hostile environment on Earth, one thing is certain: we have only scratched the surface. If you enjoyed this journey into the frozen unknown, hit that like button. It helps the channel grow and allows us to bring you more deep dives. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. The world is full of forbidden places, and we're going to explore them all. See you in the next one.